Shalom, shalom, akiyam. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kwadash. I would also like to give a double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. I would also like to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. It's just Bayan back again, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I just wanted to get into a few articles, Lord willing, with you Akiyam and Akwaf, pretty much showing the filth, that Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is allowing to be projected, throughout the four corners of the earth with this, whole Momo agenda. Here it is, you have Uganda creating forms of legislation which doesn't allow it. You see, but you have the Biden regime, in the form of Babylon, attempting to create forms of sanction and visa withdrawals in efforts to allow this, sexual immorality to spring forth. So through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Lord willing, this is not going to be long. But the first scripture I wanted to get into was the book of Psalms. Before we grab the first article, chapter 50, starting at around verse 16, and it reads, Salakia, and it reads, but unto the wicked, the book of Psalms, chapter 50, and verse 16, and it reads, but unto the wicked, okay, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai saith, and we know the wicked to be none other than Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, pursuant to the book of Malachi, the first chapter, and Job 9:24, Revelation 6:4. This man is the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan, and his works, testify against him. You see, but unto the wicked, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? Right? Once upon a time, this place was founded on the ways of the Bible, right? But as time ensued, the God that they call on, the God in God we trust, that's on their money. We've come to a conclusion that the God they're calling upon is nothing. It has nothing to do with the God of the Bible. Okay, they're calling on the spiritual demon Satan. This is who they worship. You see, and that word Satan goes into adversary, and we can clearly see evil E. Okay, he's adverse to any form of righteousness. All of his laws are unrighteous, man. You see, he has unrighteous decrees founding this wicked queendom. You see, this is why he's established legislation that protects, this, Momo society, and it's getting to the point where it's quite obvious the mindset of the ruler. You see, this lifestyle's all throughout his military, and we're going to show you that, through these articles, Lord willing. But the point is, here it is, this man, throughout the presidency, he'll swearing on the Bible. They have you, swear on the Bible at court. Which you're not supposed to swear at all. Let your yea be yea and your nay be nay. But this man, he's a hypocrite. He uses the Bible for his left-hand means. You see, because the scriptures are completely against this whole Momo lifestyle. But here it is. This man has laws protecting him. Let's continue on. Seeing thou hatest instruction and castest my words behind thee, right? And again, in the form of his legislation, okay, his unrighteous decrees, this is how we can see that he's anti-Messiah, man. You see, he casts the words of the Lord behind him. He doesn't do anything upright. And if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly. Right, let's get this first article real quick. Now, this is from Natural News, right? And it's dated June 2nd, 2023. And the title reads, Globalist UN, okay, favors, okay, the UN. We know that's what, part of the beast, right? You have the NATO and the EU, right? So the UN, right, favors same-sex relationships and transformerism, okay? Objects to Uganda's anti-Momo Act of 2023, see? You know, so this beast in the form of the NATO and the EU and the eighth being Babylon that rides on the beast and controls all things. You can see where they are with this thing, man. You know, that they're about this life, man. They're about this flamboyant life. This abominable lifestyle. This is what they're about it. They're supporting it. You see, and this is one of many reasons why this place is going to be destroyed by Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Let's get a little bit of this article, man. All right, the United Nations has voiced out its objections toward Uganda's newly signed Anti-Momo Act of 2023, which imposes capital punishments on aggravated Momo life. Okay, which is again, this is supported by the scripture. You see, I wouldn't be surprised if them brothers and sisters over there in Uganda are Israelites, man. You see, because you see the mindset that they have, you know, because the heathen are about that Momo life too, you know. But Israelites are not about that life naturally, man. You see, we move in righteousness. It's in us to, you know, live upright, you know. But our nation has been, contaminated, you know, by the ways of the heathen. Because real quick, right? And I didn't even plan on doing this, but let's just go get it real quick. Because when you go to the law real quick, and I'm gonna get it in the NLT, just so I can bring more clarity to it. Right? So in Leviticus, the 20th chapter, right? In the 13th verse, it reads, if a man practices, okay, you see it, Momo life, okay, having intercourse, I gotta speak in code, Akiyama, right? Having intercourse with another man as with a woman, both of them have committed a detestable act, right? They must both be put to deletion, for they are guilty of a what? Of a capital offense. You see? So, you know, this man, Evil E, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, hey, you can see he's completely adverse to what the scriptures say. You see, but here it is, he's gripping it as if he's some righteous man. You see, but you have these leaders over in Uganda. Let's go back to the article real quick. Not in favor, you know, of this lifestyle, man. You see, so hey, they could be Jake, man. Wouldn't be surprised if they're Israelites. They're speckled birds. You know, we were all over through Africa. You know, it's, western and northern, all over. You know, but ultimately you see the stance, okay, that the United Nations, the EU, right, the beast, okay, with Babylon the Great leading the charge. You see their stance on this whole agenda. Right, let's get a little more. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres pointed out that the law signed by Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni on May 29th conflicts with key international treaties and violates the rights of Ugandan citizens. See, so Evil E, man, he's all about this Momo life, man. You see, the UN's Human Rights Office previously called for an urgent judicial review of the law. It also described the newly signed act as a recipe for systemic violations of the rights of Ugandans. Right, let's get a little more. Stephen Dujarric, spokesman for the UN Secretary General, said on May 30th that Guterres was very concerned about the new law. He reiterated that the top UN official again calls on all countries to decriminalize consensual same-sex relationships and transformerism. People everywhere, To put it clearly, no one should be penalized, jailed, criminalized for whom they love. So you see the mindset of this beast, okay, it's contrary to the laws of the Bible. You see, we just read it, Leviticus 20. You see it? So it's no coincidence why we see an influx of these nasty people, okay, all throughout the four corners of the earth. First and foremost, Mystery Babylon the Great. Let's get this real quick. The book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach, chapter 10 and verse 1, and it reads, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man, right, of a wise man is well ordered. Okay, and we can see that this, society, starting with Babylon, America, okay, it's not being ruled by a prudent ruler. Okay, this is where we have contaminated air, contaminated water, GMO food, seedless grapes, synthetic meat, and momos running around everywhere, man. Okay, all manners of diseases, sexually transmitted diseases. It's because of all the sexual immorality that goes forth, man. See? As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of the man, Salakia, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein, you see? So, hey, you could clearly see that evil E, okay, in the form of these elite, trickling all the way down to their minions. Man, they're violent homos, man. And this is why we see these things. See? This is why we're seeing this. That's why we're in Pride Month. Hey, this is not a coincidence, man. Okay, it's the ruler that's allowing this to spring forth. Again, and this is one of many reasons why the God of the Bible, whose true name is Yahweh, who you people ignorantly call God, okay, and his son Yahweh Shai, who you people ignorantly call Jesus Christ, is going to come take this place off the map, man. One of many reasons why, man. What I want to do, right? I want to jump down. And Lord willing, I'm going to put this article in the description box. I'm gonna go ahead, right? The anti-Momo Act of 2023 stipulates the death penalty for aggravated Momo life, right? Which is, hey, that's in line with the scriptures, right? Which includes engaging in intercourse with another member of the family, committing, crimes against children, having, intercourse while having HIV, right? A suspect convicted of attempted aggravated Momo life can face jail time up to 14 years. Meanwhile, anyone found promoting Momo life, right, could be put behind bars for 20 years. All right, now check this out. Ugandan lawmaker, okay, states this, right? Washington has no right to meddle in Kampala's affairs, which he's wrong on that, because ultimately, as we know, as Akim and Akwath, we're aware that evil Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, has been given the fatness of the earth. He's in his blessing. This is why he's been able to, go from the north, south, east, west, trotting down anyone in his way. It's because Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai has given him his sovereignty. Okay, scripture says what? What's that? 2 Ezra 6 and 9. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So we're in Esau's world right now. We're in his eon. Okay, we're in his time of rulership, and this is why he's able to do these things. You see, so he's well within his rights to be meddling in your affairs, even though he's not. Even though it's wrong. But theoretically speaking, this man is he's in his blessing. Is the point I'm making, right? U.S. President. Oh, here we go. Now check this out. The U.S. President Joe Biden blasted the new law in a May 29 stand. Of course he blasted the new law, because we see what this man did when he came into office. This man signed all manners of legislation protecting these transformers, man. Right away. He did this right away. You see, so this is not a surprise, right? He described the new law as a tragic violation of universal human rights. Salakia, bear with me. He described the new law as a tragic violation of universal human rights, one that is not worthy of the Ugandan people, and one that jeopardizes the prospects of critical economic growth for the entire country. So again, the mindset, okay, of evil E is completely contrary, okay, to the laws of the Bible. All right, but let's get this quote. This is what he said. This is what Joe Biden said, right? Quote, I join with people around the world, including many in Uganda, in calling for its immediate appeal. He said, no one should have to live in constant fear for their life or being subjected to violence or indiscrimination. It is wrong. You see, so again, and Joe Biden in the form of Babylon the Great in the form of Joe Biden, okay, and he's just a puppet, you know. They're completely with, you know, this filth, and they're hey, if you come up against it, you're looked at as a evil person, man. You see, but here it is. This lifestyle stops life as we know it. You know, which is, again, we understand that these damn devils are on a depopulation agenda. You know, so it all makes sense, man, at the end of the day, as to why they're in support of this abominable lifestyle, man. Let me get this real quick. As a matter of fact, we'll leave that where it's at. I want to grab this other article real quick after I grab this precept. Let's grab this in Isaiah 5 real quick. In verse 20, and it reads, woe, which means what? Destruction. Okay? Destruction unto them that call evil good and good evil, man. That put darkness for light and light for darkness. That put bitter for sweet and sweet for better. And that's what you're doing when you put these sexual, immoral, abominable beings on a pedestal, man, and victimize those of us in our right mind, understanding that, you know, it's not right. Okay, understanding that it's destroying life as we know it. You know, and again, that's in line with the Bible, as you can see in Leviticus 20 and 13. And hey, we can go to Romans, the 1st chapter as well. You know, it's just all through the scriptures, man. This is how we know they're not, they don't trust in the God of the Bible, man. They're not talking about God when you see in God we trust on their money, man. They're not talking about the God of the Bible. They're talking about the spiritual demon, Satan. You see? This is who they're talking about, man. And this is the hub, all right? Mystery Babylon the Great, a.k.a. America, man. That's when you go to, man, the Lord's going to turn this into a burnt mountain. When you go to Revelation 17 and 5, it says this, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great. Okay, this is talking about America. Okay, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. Okay, and it's being controlled and led and powered by Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Okay, the most profane creature that Yahweh has created, pursuing the Hebrews. What's that? Hebrews 12 and 16. Let me get this real quick. Let's get that real quick, as a matter of fact. In the NLT. Hebrews, real quick. Hebrews 12. Nah, you know what? I want it in the ESV. All right, the book of Hebrews, chapter 12 and verse 16, it reads that no one is sexually immoral or unholy like Esau. Okay, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, who sold his birthright for a single male. See that? The scriptures pinpoint and target this man, for what he is, for what he's about, for what he supports. You know, this is why it's not a surprise, man. This is not a surprise. And then when you dig a little deeper, hey, it's even more plain when you dig a little deeper. Another article from Natural News, right? And this is dated June 4th, 2023, and the title reads, right, Biden's woke Navy now training sailors to create proper pronoun safe spaces as Russia and China laugh, man. Mystery Babylon the Great, aka America, has become a laughing stock before the world. You see? Here it is. Biden is training, is having Navy sailors train, right, to create proper pronoun, man, safe places, safe spaces. Let's get into this real quick, right? The far left Biden regime's efforts to destroy the very last bastion of American patriotism and exceptionalism, the U.S. military are continuing unabated, as evidenced by the latest Pride Month offering from the once vaunted U.S. Navy, man. Man, this place is degraded, completely degraded. This place is low level, man. This place is through. Hey, scriptures go into how there will be a shameful spewing on this place's glory, man. And we're seeing that real time. We're literally living to see it. Lord willing, we're going to get that. I believe that's HABAKKUK, the 2nd chapter. The force that defeated Imperial Japan following its attack on Pearl Harbor 2 generations ago is now more concerned with creating a safe space for sailors to ensure that the proper pronouns are utilized, a concept that didn't even exist as an issue 15 minutes ago, man. You see, so this filth has translated all through the military, man. I'm not going to read all this. What I want to do is I want to jump down. My goodness, let's get this. Let me start here. Check this out. Hi, my name is Johnny. I use he, him pronoun. Now, you know what? I'm going to jump down, because this is going to go into the program. You know what I mean? That they got to watch the video, right? But I'm going to jump down here. These programs are part of a larger push by the Biden administration to make the military more welcoming to transformer individuals, man. You see, the outlet adds in the report detailing the Navy training video, man. So it's no surprise why they're totally against what they're doing over there in Uganda, okay? Which is not wrong. What Uganda's doing, that's not wrong. They're in their right state of mind, man. Just to show you how far left Mystery Babylon the Great has truly gone, right? In addition, the video cautions sailors to not misgender someone and to take steps to ensure that doesn't happen. Even it's nearly impossible to tell a transformer sailor in uniform to that point, and at that time, the Sea Service is warning members not to pressure someone into revealing the desired pronouns, because those members may still be in the process of discovery. These people are out of their mind and are thus not ready to provide pronoun information. Man, this is insanity, literally. I agree. But this policy is setting sailors up to fail. They can't ask a fellow sailor their pronouns, which should not be an issue or warfighting focus in the first place. But if they misgender a colleague, they'll get in trouble for it, man. This is crazy, man. Let me see. I want to jump down. Let's jump down here. Let's read this last paragraph. Check this out. Meanwhile, right, the Russians and Chinese, not to mention the Iranians and North Koreans, are no doubt becoming more confident by the day, okay, that the U.S. military is being downgraded in combat power to the status of a woke social club, and thus not much of a threat anymore. And then, no, they're definitely going to still be a threat, you know, up until their visitation, you know, again, because, you know, scriptures coin Babylon the Great as the hammer of the earth, but she is withering though. She's definitely withering, and the nations, and you know, these other nations can see her becoming as weak as them. You know, as it says in what's the Isaiah? I believe that's Isaiah the 14th chapter. Yeah, maybe Isaiah 13, Isaiah 14, I believe. Matter of fact, we can go get it real quick. I want to say it's Isaiah 14. Khan. I'm gonna go straight to it. Let me see. I'm gonna go straight to the point, right? This is the book of Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 10, and it reads, all they shall speak and say unto thee, right? All these heathen nations, right? Art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? You see, and this is the stage that Babylon's at, you know, because there was once upon a time, Mystery Babylon the Great was the only one with the form of missile power, okay, that they had, you know. Now, all these other nations have an incredible nuclear weapons program, you see, and they have allies. You see, so it's not just a walk in the park anymore. You see the a plethora of BRICS nations, you know, that are gathering with Russia, and these are powerful nations, man, with powerful nuclear weapon power. You see, so we're living in a different time where now the playing field has been equaled. We're playing on an equal playing field. The odds are evened out. You know, and it's not going to be like the days of old where, you know, Babylon the Great's able to just you know, come into one's land and just, you know, let off on them, put sanctions on them, and, you know, and then tell them to build back better. Nah, hey, those days that's the day of the past, man. You see, now we're looking at World War III, man. Okay, the third war is upon us, man. The third war is upon us, and these nations are ready to go. You see the spirit that the Lord has on Putin, man, and the rest of these leaders, they're ready to go, man. And they're ready to go, and then they have no intentions on slowing down or backing down, man. See, they're sitting back laughing at Babylon, man. And this place is a laughing stock, man. It is a laughing stock, man. But this goes into that shameful spewing, man. You see, let's go get that. And we'll probably close out here if the Spirit allows. The book of HABAKKUK chapter 2 and verse 16, it reads, thou art filled with shame for glory, man. We're living in a time where this man's at the pinnacle, okay, of his power, of his science, right, of his technology, right? And at the end of the day, this man's looking real feeble and weak, okay? Babylon the Great is bleeding from the mouth. She's in ICU bleeding from the mouth, man. All of the filth, okay, all the unrighteous dealings, right, all the bloodshed, all the broken decrees, you know, all the violations that Mystery Babylon the Great has committed throughout the earth is pretty much being exposed, man. You know, and there's a lack of respect, you know, for this place. You know, a lot of these nations are ready to go, man. They're ready to flex on her, and that's the spirit of the Lord, man. The Lord put it on their spirit to do these things. Thou art filled with shameful glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. Right, all your private extremities are showing now, man. Okay, you're being found out to be that greedy whore. Okay, that doesn't do right by nobody. Right, the cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. You see, we're seeing that right about now, man. These nations are laughing at this place, man. These nations are laughing at this place. You see, an evil E, he's in dire straits. You know, this is why this man has to move quick. And ultimately, we're coming into a time, you know, where he's going to come down with great wrath. Revelations 12. You see, it's going to play out. Because this man knows time is ticking. He's lost that grip that he once had. You know, able to run circles around the people, tell a lie, and everyone believes it. See, his enchantments are weakening. His lies ain't holding weight. And he's looking real flimsy out here, man. He's looking real flimsy out here, man. You know, not to mention the men of the Lord, you know, on the highways and byways, you know, chanting this place down. Hey, the OBADIAH, yeah, because the Lord made good on his word, man. And now ultimately what's going to come out of this is the visitation. Okay, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai visiting this place, man. Let me close out right here. the book of Isaiah, chapter 47, and verse 1, and it reads, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon." Right, sit down in the dust. Dust represents confusion. Okay, and that's the state that everybody's in right about now in Babylon. These people don't know what the hell is going on, man. These people don't know what the hell is going on. They're riding around in cars with masks on still. You see? They don't know the difference between white and black. These people are out of their mind, man. You see, hey, your daughter comes after you. This virgin daughter of Babylon is talking about Mystery Babylon the Great, man. AKA America. If you don't believe me, Google it. Alright, Google daughter of Babylon, man. Your phone on Google. Go Google it, man. Right? Sit on the ground. There is no throne, right? There's no more throne. There's no more power for you. You're not in the high seat no more. It's time for you to sit down on the ground. Okay? No more sovereignty, man. We're coming to a time where you're about to be stripped of all power, man. O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Why? Because war is coming to the land, man. War is coming to this land. You see? And that's a reality. I'm going to jump down to verse 3, and it reads, "Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yeah, thy shame shall be seen," man. And this is exactly what's happening in real time. These nations around the world with men of valor, okay, and their military is ready to go. They're ready to go at it. You see what I mean? They ain't got their mind on another man. You know, they're looking at this place like, man, we're about to go heads up with a bunch of momos, man. This is gonna be a walk in the park. You see, hey, man, this place is finished. You see? This place is through, man. You're looking real shameful, man. "I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man." And that's the climax of this thing, man. Yahweh Shai touching down in his splendor, in his glory, in his majesty, man. Okay? Recompensing you devils for everything that you've done, first and foremost, to his people. Okay? First and foremost, man. Matter of fact, I'm going to close out right here. I know I said that, but I'm going to close out right here. The book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 10, and it reads, "For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee." You see that? And we know this is Esau's book right here, man. This book, Obadiah, is dedicated to Esau, Edom. You see? And what did he do? He was violent towards all 12 tribes, man. Okay? He came over here and dismantled the northern kingdom first. Okay? And then after that, what did he do? He went and stole the southern kingdom, brothers, off of the west coast of Africa, and did the same thing, if not worse, to them. You see? All that blood that you shed, all those lives that you took, all those horrific atrocities that you've committed, guess what? Those got to be paid back. That's not going to just be swept under the rug and let bygones be bygones. No. There's a visitation etched in stone, okay, for Mystery Babylon the Great, and for the nation of Edom, man, and for you other heathen as well, man. But you Edomites are on the crosshairs of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. You're locked into the crosshair, man. You're enemy number one, right? "For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee." And this explains your downgrade. You downgrading and downfalling and looking real shameful out here right now. You see? "And thou shalt be cut off forever." Okay, and that's after you serve that 1,000-year captivity, man, in the eon to come. Okay, Obadiah 1 and 18 is gonna play out. You see? So, hey, Babylon is falling, man. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. Lord willing, you Akiyam and Akwaf were edified. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kal Halang Yimla Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kwadash, Shalom.